Hi Year 1 and welcome to your science lesson for this week. Now it's a very exciting science lesson because we are going to carry out an investigation. So we are going to be scientists today and we are going to think like scientists by asking questions, making predictions, so what do we think is going to happen, carrying out some simple tests, that's the investigation, observing and watching closely, and then collecting information at the end. What have we found out? What have we learnt? See if we can answer some of our questions. So let's have a look at our problem. Once upon a time, there was a little yellow alien who lived on Saturn. Early one morning, he woke up and went outside. There, he found an astronaut frozen in ice. "Who will help me free the astronaut?" said the little yellow alien. "Do you think we can help?" "I think we can." So today you are going to help the alien to find the best way to free the astronaut from the ball of ice by thinking scientifically. So we've got a ball of ice and our astronaut is stuck inside. How are we going to free the astronaut? How are we going to get the astronaut out of the ball of ice? So let's ask ourselves some questions first before we start. So what do we already know about ice? What do I need to collect to help me carry out the investigation? So what sorts of things might I need to go and find from my house to help me? And what is going to help the ice melt the quickest? Now, pause the video here, talk to your grown-up or talk to your brother or sister, whoever is with you. Or if you're on your own, think about what is going to get that astronaut out of the ice. What do you think the best thing is going to be? So pause my video here and then play it again and we can start the investigation. Okay. Right, I wonder what you said. Did some of you say we could try and bash it with a hammer or something hard to crack it open? Did some of you say we could run it under hot water to try and melt the ice? Did some of you say you could wrap it in a blanket to try and keep it warm to melt the ice? I wonder what your prediction was. Now, for this investigation, you are going to need a grown-up to help you. So if you are watching this video on your own, you will need to get a grown-up to help you carry this out. You will need a teaspoon, it's just one of those little spoons, 4 plates or saucers, something you can put your rice on, 4 ice cubes, a teaspoon of salt. So I've got some salt here. You will need a teaspoon of washing up liquid. Okay, and then you'll need a teaspoon of warm water. So make sure you've got all of those things before you start your experiment. Lay all your plates out, get everything ready for you to start. So let's look what we need to do. Number 1, first you need to place each ice cube on a plate. So lay your plates out and put 1 ice cube on each plate. So you should have 4 plates with an ice cube on each one. Then on the first ice cube, so just on one of them, you are going to sprinkle on a teaspoon of salt. So get your salt, get 1 little teaspoon and sprinkle it on your first ice cube. Next, on the second ice cube, so move on to the next one now, you are going to pour a teaspoon of washing up liquid onto the ice cube. And number 4, on the third ice cube, so 1, 2, 3, you are going to pour on some warm water on top of the ice cube. And the last one, number 4, you aren't going to put anything on it. You're going to leave it to see what happens with nothing on it. Okay. Now, before you start the investigation, I want you to predict. That means to guess what you think is going to happen. So you've got 3 worksheets to choose from. There's a 1 chili, there's a 2 chili, and there's a 3 chili. You choose which challenge you think you want to do. They are very similar. There's just a few extra questions on the 2 and 3 chili challenge one. But what you need to do first before you start the experiment is predict what you think is going to happen. So if you have a look, this box here says, will it work? You need to tick if you think the salt is going to melt the ice cube. You need to tick if you think the washing up liquid is going to melt the ice cube. You're going to tick if you think the warm water, or you're going to tick if you think nothing, if you think leaving it will melt it the quickest. Okay, and you can put a cross if you think that's not going to melt the ice cube. I don't think that's going to work. So you predict first, then you're going to do your investigation, start pouring everything on. And then once you have sat and observed for a while and seen what happens, then you put it in the box, did it work? You need to put a tick, did it actually work? Or across, it didn't work. And at the bottom, there is a picture, but it says draw a picture, sorry, to show what happens. You can draw your picture of the ice melting. Does it melt the quickest with the washing up liquid? Does it melt the quickest with the salt? Does it melt the quickest with the warm water, or is it best to just leave it on its own? Okay, so have fun. Think about first what you think is going to happen and then write what actually happened. Make sure your grown-up is helping you. You just need 1 teaspoon of each on the ice. I would love to see some pictures of you having a go at this emailed to the year 1 email address. Okay, good luck, have fun, let me know how you get on. Thank you for watching my video. Bye.